Hey there, I'll make you a strop and you just watch along as I do this. You go to Hobby Lobby, you get packs of leather and it has scraps in it like this. I have longer ones, but I'm going to use a short one just for this video. And you look at what you might comfortably get out of it, and width helps you. Sometimes with plane irons you need the width. Length is good too, but you have to work with the leather you've got. This is going to be a small one. I might use it on knives, whatever. So kind of looking at what I can get out of it. You want to avoid any blemishes. You want a dense, hard leather about 1/8 of an inch thick. Either 6 or 8 ounce veg tan would be nice. This has actually been tanned already with a color, but it's plenty good. I usually turn the smooth side up. I think it works better. So I've kind of marked it out with a crayon, and I know that'll fit on this piece somewhere here. So I'll cut that with a knife close to size. It doesn't have to be perfect yet, because we'll make the board a little smaller yet. Do a light pass, get yourself in the leather light pass, and then a hard pass, and that cuts it real easy. I didn't lay this out real careful or perfect or anything, but I got it reasonably square. Now this is a piece of 5/4 oak. This will fit on here somewhere. I'll go down to this end and plan on it there. So we'll go a little bit smaller, something about right there. I can't stand lumber that's crooked, so I'm going to run a pass with the plane real quick here. I just like lumber that's square and straight. See if that is pretty good. Yeah. And I'm going to make this side smoother just so it takes the glue better. So I'll put a dog in the bench top and see if I can plane this a little bit. See how that works. Double check that for, yeah, that's right on the money. So we'll get a rough shape here, rough size. I'm coming off this end a little so that when I mark it here, I know that I'm long enough or short enough, and this is long enough. Use the square. And then width-wise, same thing. Hang it off this edge a little bit and make a mark like so. I'll set this on that mark. And cut this off. And that should be good. This is 5/4 oak. Not the easiest stuff to cut. It's pretty high in the vise too. We'll see how we do here with a Japanese saw maybe. Maybe this one. We'll see. trim this other edge. Take a shaving off or two. Move my plane out. A little paraffin makes it easy. Let's see how we did. Very good. We can take. I can't stand wood that's out of square. I like to have it good, and it's just a pet peeve of mine. Almost. I don't know why. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Although if you're going to clamp it in a vise, you want good square edges. Yes, right there. So there's our piece. This will go on here. It's about 85, 86 degrees in the shop again today. It's hot and muggy. Anyway, there's our piece. And we will glue this. Once it's glued, we'll trim it tight and charge it. And I'll show you how to do that. Gluing it, you can use Elmer's white glue, or you can use yellow carpenter's glue. Works great. Works fantastic. And I'll use a credit card to spread it. My favorite glue spreader is a credit card. Don't skimp on glue. Make sure you get a good bond, because you're going to be pounding on it 1,000 times with the chisels and plane irons. Now we'll stick that. Sweat's dripping all over the place. Now we'll get our scrap back, or another scrap, like that, and we'll put it in the vise. Clamp it for a little while and let it set up. Okay, it hadn't been in the vise very long, but I'm going to take it out. It's probably only been in there 15 minutes, and that's really not long enough. You probably want to be in there an hour, maybe. I'm going to use a different knife. You can use this knife, but I hate to lean in too much. I want the full width, so I'm going to get a different knife out here and cut this. A rare occasion that I would use a large breakaway knife, but it lets me get right beside this. Just cut off the excess. Pull that away. Do the end. Do this side. Just a light pass. Don't force it, just let it find its way through there and cut it off. Like I say, I jumped the gun a little bit on the glue so I can get this done for you, but probably want it in there a half hour to an hour in the clamps or vise. And I've only been 10 minutes. But it's tacked on there pretty well. So carpenter's glue does a good job. I've tried leather glues, spray glues, and they're all good. But the carpenter's glue and Elmer's glue do basically the same thing. Okay, so there's your strop. You can get the green compounds, you can get yellow flex cut, you can get a white, you can get A green from Harbor Freight is fine as far as I can tell. There's a white, a blue. Porter Cable has a blue, and it's rated for hard metals, although it's a little higher abrasive grit than, I should say, grittier than the green. So it's like the next step up from the green, or somewhere in there with the green and white. They're all pretty good, but the green I think is the best. So what I do, you can get big 1-pound bricks of this for like $5-6. Depends on where you get it and what they claim their quality is, but I take a Harbor Freight heat gun. You could probably use a hairdryer. On a low setting, it's quite hot. It's probably 700 degrees. I begin to heat the leather. When you do that, it makes the pores of the leather open up and really takes this compound, which is kind of a abrasive embedded in wax, like a waxy base. So it helps this penetrate and charge the leather on this first charging. Starting to melt pretty good, so I'll do this first half right now. Now I'll hit the second half. Do you have to do this heating step? Probably not. I just think that you get more bang for your buck out of your compound if you impregnate the leather more thoroughly this first time. The way the leather is, it may be spotty looking, and that's fine. Now I'll take a scrap of wood or something and clean that, or if you have any leather scraps left over, you can kind of clean off any residue that's too thick or too heavy. Smear it in there good. Now you have a good strop or a mirror finish on your work, on your tools. You can chuck it in the vise if you like to do that. That's why I took the time to make these edges square, so it vices real nice, clamps real nice. And I have other videos demonstrating hand stropping. Then as you begin to see black, which is the metal, it's actually abrading the metal, fine abrasion, you'll begin to see black accumulate in the strop, and at some point the strop needs recharged. Usually about every time I do my stropping, I'll throw a little bit on there. You don't have to rub a lot on there, you just need a little bit to introduce new abrasive compound on the surface. That first charging really embeds a lot of product. This is that DeWalt chisel in my first impressions video from the DeWalt set. I used it making the European style sawhorses, and it takes a wicked sharp edge, really good edge. I'm still working out a hollow that was in that surface from that initial video right here. There's still a hollow that will continue to refine and remove. I have gotten the chip almost completely out of the corner that was in the chisel. Tiny chip was in that corner when I opened it up. It's in that video. I've sharpened this 4 or 5 times. It's beginning to basically disappear. And I did that work on those sawhorses and made 3 of those European sawhorses, all 6 mortises, chopping and beating on the chisel. I have not sharpened it since then. The stropping is the first thing I've done to it, and I'm sure this is quite sharp still. It's very, very sharp. So it would shave hair. I don't have much, but it would shave hair like nothing. So it shaves hair very easy. So they're wicked sharp chisels. They take a good edge. The steel's good in the DeWalt chisel. Anyway, there's a strop. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.